Welcome to today's Medicare 360 show. I'm your host, Jennifer Lee, with Premier 360. Today, we're going to sink in our teeth into one of the most requested, most confusing, and frankly, most frustrating topics in the Medicare world: dental insurance. So, let's establish the baseline right now. Original Medicare Parts A and B does not cover routine dental. No cleanings, no fillings, no crowns, no dentures. If you want dental coverage, you have three choices: Medicare Advantage plans, which often include dental, but watch out for low annual maximums and tight networks. Okay, so while we are experts in that, today what we're talking about is the standalone private dental insurance. So this is actually for people that are under 65, over 65, just need more dental, even if you do have a Medicare Advantage plan, or if you are on a Medicare supplement plan that doesn't embed the dental as well. And then the third option would be a cash patient, paying out of your own pocket. And sometimes that's not bad either. So we are going to do a rapid fire breakdown of the biggest names you see in your mailbox: Aetna, Emeritus, Manhattan Dental, Humana, NCD, Physician Mutual, and Delta Dental. We do offer all of those. So we're going to go over the good, the bad, the ugly, and the traps. Let's ride. So let's start with the heavyweights, the names you know. That's going to be your Delta Dental, your Aetna, and your Humana. So for Delta Dental, the good, Delta has arguably the largest dental network in the country. If your dentist takes any insurance, they probably take Delta PPO or Delta Premier. There is a Delta like basic, which is an HMO, but that's probably a long conversation in itself. Um, while things are covered, you might have copays, and not everything may be covered on that. So the bad on the Delta Dental is that it can be expensive, and if you buy an individual plan on the open market, not through an employer, you're likely going to face a 6 to 12-month waiting period for major services like crowns and root canals. So let's go over the waiting period. So the biggest thing on the waiting period is that these dental plans, they just don't want you to purchase a plan, use the coverage all up, and then after you get your treatments done, cancel the plan, right? So I mean, obviously they're not making money on that, and through the premiums, right? Because they have actuaries calculating that. So they do require these waiting periods just so people don't do that, because it's not very profitable and doesn't make sense if everyone did that. So the pitfalls, um, Delta has two networks, the PPO and the Premier. If your dentist is Premier but not PPO, you may pay more than you expect, and always ask your dentist which specific dental network they are in, right? We do a good job making sure it's on our system, but also making sure that the dentist accepts it. So let's go over Aetna and Humana Dental. The good both offer very solid, affordable standalone PPO dental plans. Humana, in particular, has loyalty plans where your coverage percentage increases the longer you stay on the plan. So that's good. The bad again, individual plans have waiting periods. So if your tooth hurts today, buying Aetna or Humana today will not pay for your crown tomorrow. So the pitfalls: check the annual maximums. If a plan covers up to 1,000 or 1,500 a year, guess what? One root canal and one crown, you've eaten up your entire benefit for the year. Okay. So now, the specialized and no waiting period plans, that's simply going to be your Emeritus, your Manhattan, and your NCD. So shifting gears to that, what if you need work done now? You need to look at the carriers that waive waiting periods or offer hybrid products. So Meritus is a massive dental carrier. They are great because they offer plans with no waiting periods. If you're replacing prior coverage, they also feature rollover benefits. If you don't use all your dental allowance this year, a portion rolls over to the next year. The bad, if you don't have prior coverage, those waiting periods creep back in for major work. Manhattan Life, Manhattan Dental, the good. This is a hidden gem in the senior market. We do offer this a lot. There is often combined with dental, vision, and hearing, but not necessary if you don't need dental and vision. Guaranteed issue ages are like 18 to 85 or 99, depending on the state. And here's the kicker, you could choose any dentist. It doesn't use a restrictive network. It offers very loose network with great non-network reimbursement. The bad, graded benefits in year one, they may pay like 60% for basic stuff. Year two, it goes to 70%. Year three, it goes to 80%. It does reward you for staying, which is good. But I would say the coverage, even in the first year, the first 6 months, is pretty good compared to the other plans. Okay, let's go over NCD, National Wellness and Fitness Association. This is by MetLife. So the good on the NCD has been making massive waves because they boost huge boast actually huge annual maximums up to 10,000, and they utilize the massive MetLife PDP Plus network if you have severe dental needs. 1,000 limit won't cut it, right? That's just barely going to get you anywhere. So 10,000 changes the game for coverage, and also like no waiting periods for preventive and basic. So the pitfall is read the fine print on major services and the missing tooth clause. That's kind of one of the biggest clauses out there that people may not know about. So if you lose a tooth before you bought the policy, some plans will not pay to put an implant or bridge there. So yeah, always read the fine details in regards to your dental policy. So let's talk about physician mutual and the concept of the cash concept. Maybe you see their commercials or mailers. So the good on physician mutual is no waiting periods for preventive care. You could buy it and get a cleaning today. They pay set cash amounts for procedures regardless of what the dentist charges. So the bad pitfall, it is a schedule of benefits plan, meaning instead of paying 80% of the bill, they pay a flat dollar amount. So say it's a $400 crown. If your dentist charges $1,200, you are on the hook for the other $800. So if you don't understand that going in, you are going to get a surprise bill. Is being a cash patient better? So I would say that is one of the biggest things. That is the elephant in the room. Some of you might be better off without insurance, and I truly believe that wholeheartedly. I myself don't have dental insurance. Okay, I know, right? I'm a life and health broker that offers dental plans and don't have dental insurance, but I will go over my own personal thoughts on myself too, right? Okay, so let's just take an example. The math. If your dental premium is $50 a month, okay, and quite honestly, it might be much more than that. Usually they run from like 60, 70, even 80, just depending on the coverage, okay, and the insurance company. So let's just say round down $50 a month, that's $600 a year. If all you need is two cleanings and some x-rays, cash paying, those might only cost you $350 to $400 a year. You are losing money by having insurance. Okay, so ask your local dentist. That's the solution. Do you have an in-house dental membership plan? Many dentists may offer their own plan. Let's just say you pay them $300 a year directly, and they give you two cleanings, x-rays, and 20% off any fillings or crowns. No insurance middleman, no claim denials, and no waiting periods. But just remember, guys, it's not like we give you less coverage or offer increased premiums to use a broker like me. Um, the biggest thing with me is if you need it, if it makes sense, get it, right? But if you don't need it, so it's kind of like the give or take. So I guess my give or take on that is gonna be, um, okay, first, do you care about your dentist, right? So let's just say you do choose a dentist that you do really like, right? What is their prices? Because sometimes my clients love their dentist, but like when they tell me their prices that their dentist charges, maybe they are premium dentists, okay? It's a lot. So, but if that's important to you, the trust, the loyalty, and just being with them for a very long time, that's the biggest thing, right? Then yeah, go for it, right? But not all dentists charge the same. I mean, that's just like one of the biggest things. Not all dentists charge the same. So, and first of all, the other thing is like, not all dentists are the same, which begs me to go over like their dental practice. For me, like, are they just running a shop where they're trying to just make as much revenue? I get it. Dental school is really expensive, right? But are their prices for what they're charging you like reasonable, right? I get it. I mean, state of the art stuff, machines, whatever, like, is that worth it to you? Okay, so like one, like what are they charging you? Right? Like, and I would compare cash patient to like these dental plans. Okay, like, but for me, if you are a cash patient, that just really means you don't need much. Like, your teeth, like, you've had no cavities. All you need are um, dental cleanings. You don't even need x-rays, right? Um, like me personally, I've never had a cavity. So why pay $50, $60 a month or more to get a plan where all I need are the cleanings, right? Of course, how much are the dental cleanings? So let's just say, like, I used to have dental cleanings at $50, and then now my dentist rose it to 60, 70, 80, now 100, okay? But I get maybe three or four cleanings a year, and that's basically it. Okay, so that, let's just say four times a year I get cleaning. That's $400. Okay, if I had a dental plan, I'd be paying $600. So I do save money, right? But let's just say I know I'm prone to crowns. I know I need that coverage. Then yes, I would get a dental plan. And then, some people just want the security of having a plan, right? Because there are things that could happen. Like, what if I break my tooth, right? Or something, then I might need it. Or like for me, the deep cleanings are so expensive. Even with insurance, it's expensive. So I don't even get it once a year. I just get it maybe a couple times a year. And yes, that is very expensive, but I just pay cash prices. And definitely you can ask for a discount. Um, these dentists are business owners too. There are payment plans. Biggest thing on that is before you do get any work done, please, please, please get the quote, get them to run the insurance. Because what you don't want to happen is get all the work done and they charge you a massive bill not covered by insurance, and you're left with paying that, right? And sometimes they do have monthly installments, but still, like, I think that's just kind of a what's that, bait and switch kind of thing. And I do not want that for any client. Know what you're paying for before you get your treatments and services. That's the biggest thing. Um, like even my husband, he had some like toothaches. It did cost him a lot, thousands of dollars to get this fixed because he had to take his tooth out and things like that, right? But he was a cash patient. It was too late for me to get the dental coverage because our waiting period still. So it is what it is, right? But I figured, imagine all those years we didn't pay for a dental premium. And so, it kind of just evens out. But I'm not saying not to get a dental plan. I am saying we go over like all the pros and cons into why, right? And some people sometimes they just get it because they want to, and then eventually they're just like, I don't need it, and that's fine too. And then, for some people, they call when it's too late, like, oh my gosh, like I have to pay 5,000 and dental services. I need a plan, right? So it's kind of like a risk versus reward on what you think you would like to do on that. Okay. So, before you do pull the trigger on a dental plan, um, let's go over your Medicare 360 dental survival checklist that I wanted to go over. Okay, so deductibles. Is it a lifetime deductible or an annual deductible? Is it $50 or 100? I tend to be like, let's just not even put a deductible in there. You're already paying for the premium, right? And if it's just a few more dollars to not have a deductible, I would rather go that way. So that's my thought on that. Annual maximums, is it 1,000, 1,500, 5,000? So if you need major work, lean towards, like I say, NCD, Emeritus, or Manhattan, and then we kind of go over the pros and cons. That what I've been seeing with people's just plans in general on that. But yeah, if you know you need more dental work, I would go with the higher plans just because we could go over the price differences on that. And sometimes it's not that as bad as from 3,000 to 5,000. Okay. Waiting periods, are there any? So if you need a crown today, do not buy a plan with a 12-month major waiting period. I would buy a plan that has no waiting period, right? But of course, it's going to have a lower coverage amount, say the first year. So that is the biggest difference there. Missing tooth claws, we spoke about that. But if a tooth is already gone, will they pay to replace it? So most won't, but some will. So read that fine print, right? It's just dental insurance could be super tricky because there are these little fine prints, and like we can't tell you, like, I mean, like reading it, right? But that's the biggest one. But it's just like we don't really know what's going on with your teeth. Sometimes when a dental provider figures it out, puts in the code to get it approved, things like that, like it could go really well, like when it comes to claims, because some plans are reimbursable, which is pretty nice. And some plans do get denied, and like working with a dentist that basically is on your side and really tries to help you out, because sometimes like these um these insurance companies have these fine line things, and you definitely need us and your dentist to be your advocates if if there are denials. So we try to definitely help with that. Okay. So the premium versus payout math. Don't buy like a $60 a month plan just to get $250 cleanings. It just doesn't make financial sense, right? I get it, but like if you are prone to doing more, then it could be worth it for you. Is it worth just paying a monthly premium, knowing that you do have coverage so you don't have to pay as much out-of-pocket expenses in the future? So that's the biggest thing. I am not here to be like, yes, you need dental insurance, or no, you don't. It is just really based on the individual's needs, um, and just the coverages you need for your teeth. And sometimes we just don't know what we need as well, right? So that's the one of those things. And are you risk averse? Or are you very conservative, or you're just like, hey, I'd rather just pay something monthly so I know I have coverage when I need it, or hey, I will just pay it when I need it, right? And sometimes cash prices aren't that bad, but it really depends on the dentist. So for me, like I found a dentist that had really low prices for cleaning. This dentist was starting out, very new to, the city and so forth. And so she was, had low prices. But then as she's getting established, it's more and more, right? But in my case, um, even her lowest price can't really compare to other pricing. But hey, you also get what you pay for, right? So I'm not looking for red carpet treatment and high technology machines and things like that. I just need my teeth cleaned and that's it, right? But like I said, everyone's situation is different. And like my husband, he just had those tooth extractions and it just cost him thousands of dollars, but hey, like it is what it is for us. So really depends, right? So this is something we definitely go over with you to help you make the choices right for you. That's the biggest thing. Um, and every area is going to be different, right? So every area, every dentist in the area, they probably are going to be trying to be competitive with each other, but you're going to have like these high-end dentists, not low end, but just fair and so forth. And just unfortunately, there's no standard rates a dentist could charge you. Dentists could charge you basically whatever they want. So just keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. So I do hope you did get some value off of this today. There just are so many dental plans. We are here to just help you make sure that you're getting the right coverage or not getting coverage for your needs. That's the biggest thing. We're not here to sell you, but add value to you to make sure that whatever needs you have will be met, be it getting an insurance dental plan, and we go over those options with you, or just being a cash patient or finding a membership with that dental. So, this is today's Medicare 360 show. I'm your host, Jennifer Lee. Thank you for tuning in. We look forward to talking to you next time. You take care. Bye bye.